All right, sweet. Let's get into some nutrition. So, this is obviously really important whether your goals are to decrease body fat percentage, lose weight, or build muscle. We got to get the nutrition on track. So, by far, the number one most important thing for you to see amazing results and to keep those results for the rest of your life, you want to stick to a clean ingredient list. If you do this, you can eat a lot, increase your calories. You could be way more flexible with your portions because you are sticking to a clean ingredient list. So, if you look at all the foods on this list, for the most part, they're like 95% all natural, paleo, whole ingredient type foods. All right. How many ingredients in a piece of chicken? One. How many ingredients in peanut butter? One. If it's a natural peanut butter, eggs, one, right? So you get the point. So this type of eating completely eliminates all processed ingredients. And what those processed ingredients are going to do for you is just kind of mess up your gut biome. They're going to mess up your gut biome. They're going to introduce a bunch of unnecessary calories, a bunch of filler ingredients that are not going to be good for you. And it is really going to mess with your digestion. Also, usually those processed foods, they're not as bioavailable. Like your body isn't going to use the nutrients in that food the same way that it's going to use one of these perfect meals here, like egg white, spinach, and an apple, right? You have so many more micronutrients, vitamins, minerals in those type of foods versus your processed options. If you guys can stick to this ingredient list 90% of the time, then you're going to be in great shape. And that gives you about 10% leniency to have some fucking tacos on the weekend or some ice cream, whatever it is. But keep in mind, if you guys do cheat, we just have to control the portions the same way, even with the good stuff. We're controlling the portions here, which I'm going to get into in the next video. When you guys have those cheats, limit it to 10% of your weekly nutrition and control your portions. So now that you know what foods you should be eating, it's important to learn some portion control. So I have attached a bunch of different versions of this meal plan. And to be clear, guys, like this meal plan is very simple. Like I've literally been using this for years and it's worked for so many different clients. But with that being said, it's able to be customized. So like I like to do a one-on-one consultation with my clients before they get into something like this. So if we need to change anything, we can change it. So if you guys have any questions, maybe you work night shifts or maybe you just have zero appetite in the morning, whatever it is, ask your questions in the chat and then we'll be able to modify this for you. But now that you know what foods you should eat, you need to know what your portions should be. So there's multiple versions of this uploaded. There's a 1.25, a 175, a 2.25, a 2.75. Whatever weight you are closest to, I want you to stick to those portions. So if you're around 175 pounds, stick to those portions. If you're around 125 or 225, you get the point. Stick with that nutrition plan. And all of these portions are here listed for you. So if you have absolutely no idea what 6 ounces of chicken looks like or 3/4 cup of sweet potatoes, then I'm going to encourage you for these first 2 to 3 weeks at least, measure out all of your foods. And I know it's annoying, but this is going to give you so much more success for the rest of your fitness journey. Because imagine if you just meticulously weigh everything out for 2 weeks, you are going to be so much better at eyeballing things moving forward because you put the work in at least for those first couple weeks. If you don't have a measuring tool available, you can always use the size of your palm. And what I like about this is it's kind of relative to the person, right? If you're a bigger person, then your palm is going to be bigger. So it makes sense that your portion should be bigger. So the size of your palm would be a good portion for your proteins. The size of your fist is excellent for your carbs and your vegetables. And then the size of your thumb, like from here up, is really perfect. Measure out your fats. But again, if you have that measuring tool, use it for the first couple weeks. Stick to these portions. Anytime you eat something from this list, you want to look at the portions next to it and stick to that specific portion for that ingredient. All right, now putting it all together, actually knowing which ingredients you should have at what time. We're going to follow this simple color coded system here at the bottom. So we really want to aim for like 3 meals a day. and then 1 to 2 protein shakes per day, depending on your weight and your goals. So if we look at this breakfast meal, all you're going to do is simply choose one item from the blue list, choose one item from this orange list, and then try to get a cup of vegetables in with each meal so you could get that fiber up. For a lot of you guys, this is going to be more protein than you're used to. So getting that additional fiber is going to help your digestive system. So with this, guys, really simple, easy to follow. We're picking one item from each list. You can see that there's an example here for you, but literally you could do any combination of ingredients from this list. For those of you who are extremely busy in the mornings and you don't like to sit down and have a full meal, I'm the same way. Almost every single morning, I start my day with a protein shake. So if we look at this list, we need one item from the blue list. So I could do 1.5 scoop of protein powder. You also need one item from the orange list. So I could throw maybe half a piece of fruit or 3/4 cup of blackberries in there. And then it's easy to mix in some veggies with your smoothie because you don't really taste it. So that's how I like to start every single morning. It's quick, it's easy, it's convenient, and appetite or not, it's much easier to drink your calories in the morning than it is to eat them. So that's how we get our metabolism kickstarted in the morning, right? A couple hours after that, I want you to do strictly just a scoop of protein powder with water. And I'll put some recommendations on which protein powder you should use, something high quality. So we want to make sure that this is just protein and water. There's like no added sugar in it or anything like that. All right. So another really good option that I like to do here for lunch, something quick, something easy, is the Greek yogurt with 3/4 cup of berries, and then you want to have some cucumbers or something like that on the side. That's an easy option for lunch too. You're just pretty much putting two ingredients together. Anytime you can have quick, easy hacks like that, there's no excuse not to get your nutrition in. Now, if you guys are not used to getting in this many meals throughout the day, like a lot of you guys, when you start something like this, you're getting in 1, maybe 2 meals a day, then you might be really full doing this. And that's okay. You can skip this second shake if you're feeling like that. But if you do feel like, man, my metabolism is moving, I'm getting more hungry throughout the day since I started having breakfast and started following this type of template, that is a very good thing. That means your metabolism is starting to speed up. Your body is using all the nutrients they are giving it. And remember, all the ingredients on this list, they are very low calorie dense foods. There's not a lot of, it might look like a lot of food, but there's not a lot of calories in them. So if you are hungry and you want to get that second shake in, that is perfect. By all means, go ahead and get it in. So that helps you hit your daily protein requirement. And then finally, your dinner meal. The only difference with this dinner meal is we're swapping the carbs for fat. So at nighttime, I want you to have a protein, a vegetable, and a fat. Another really good option here is like doing a chicken salad with chopped up vegetables, and then you could put some olive oil based vinaigrette on there for your fats. This pretty much gives you guys everything that you need to know about your nutrition. We're going to get into some more details in the later slides and just some more tips on how to handle obstacles, how to flavor your food, things like that. But this first page, this is by far the most important part of this entire nutrition system. If you understand this first page, if you understand how to handle your ingredients, your portions, and your meal timing, then I have full confidence that you're going to get any type of result that you want from these 6 weeks. So screenshot this, print it out, always refer back to this first page because this is, again, the most important part of this nutrition system.